Hi Bantas, you're welcome back to our channel. My name is Tolu, and of course this is Tolu Bants. If you are seeing this very beautiful glowing face for the first time, my name is Tolu and I am a lifestyle vlogger based in Canada, and I do everything. I create content around lifestyle and everything in between. Okay, so this video, let me say, it's been like my most requested video in recent times, and I feel like I should have done this like way earlier. Like, it's really something that's like more than just creating content. I feel like it's going to help a lot of people, and I am all for making transitioning from your country to Canada easier. So let's get right into it. First of all, let me put a disclaimer out there. Everything I'm going to discuss here is based on my experiences and not proven statistically correct discussion. I don't know how to put that, but really what I'm saying basically is that do your research and know that because it works for person A doesn't mean that it's going to work for you the same way, and the fact that this person has experienced this doesn't mean that this is what you would also experience. So that is one. Yeah. And then number two, I know that as a new immigrant in Canada, you are almost desperate. You want to get a job, you want help as much as possible, but be wary of people you talk to, and after talking to them you don't feel good about yourself, you don't feel hopeful, you don't feel like your situation you have any hope. And it's almost like they might not come out like they are discouraging you point blank. They might just, the energy might not just be positive, and it's something I experienced. Be careful of the people you talk to. The person I talked to that, okay, I want to start HR support, since it's something I have an experience with, and the experience wasn't like a very large one, but it's an experience. Yeah. And I legit talked to this person, and this person was like, yo, just cancel out that HR support. You're not gonna get a job in HR support. People who have certifications and who have been working here, who have all the CPHR, CHPR, all the certifications, they are looking for jobs, they are doing this. So just forget about you getting a job in HR. And the opposite has been my experience. Though I'm not saying this to spite or to brag or to feel like I'm better than any other person. I'm saying it to just reiterate the fact that this person's experience was like this doesn't mean that my own experience is going to be like this. So how to nail a Canadian job interview. One, be truthful and be confident in what you are saying. I've met people that would say lie that you've worked here, lie that you've worked there. It works for some people, but for others it might bite you in the behind, and you don't really want that. You don't want that for yourself. So if like you're working for the first time in Canada, it might even still be okay for you to tweak your resume in that manner, which I don't subscribe to. I do not subscribe to it. As much as possible, be truthful in what you put in your resume. Do not lie about your experiences, do not lie about your educational background. Be truthful as much as possible. Two, the first thing you do when you get a call from that job that you have applied to is that you research about the company. I mean, this is like so basic. Like, you're going to an interview, you have to know stuff about the company. You have to know things about what they do, what their mission, if they have a mission statement, and like just have like background knowledge of the company. Because most of the times recruiters starts or interviewers starts asking questions from, oh, have you heard about us, and what would like to know what you know about us. So imagine imagine you being asked that question and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, but I don't know anything about you as much. Then it goes down to the question of why did you apply to our company? Because as much as recruiters or companies know that people are looking for jobs, you want to work, you want to get money, they also want people that are invested in their companies to come work for them. So that is one way to show that you are actually invested in the company. You care about the company, not only about the money that you're going to get out of working for them. So first thing, let me reiterate, the first thing you do when you get a call for an interview, research about the company, research about their policies, if they have vision statements or mission statements, if there's that one thing that stands out about them, research, just know it for knowledge sake. And most of the time interviewers start their interview questions with that. So number two is go over your resume. Yeah, it might sound simple, it might sound like, oh, was I not the one that wrote it, won't I know what I wrote in there? But you don't want a situation that an interviewer is asking you questions about your experience and you don't know what to say, you are not prepared. If you are working in the tech industry, you want to go over the systems you use. You want to, is it Python, is it this, is it that? I'm not a tech person, so you just want to know what are the things that you use, what are the systems that you would need in this role that you are applying to. So since you have experience in this role, just read and to go over your resume. Have it in your head, like if someone wakes you up in the middle of the night, can you tell me what you did when you worked for this company from this time to this time? Like, just go over it and know all of that. The three thing for you to know is that most of Canadian work place is different from Nigeria, for instance, because I worked in Nigeria briefly, and it's way different. Know that when an interviewer introduces themselves as Tom, for instance, don't refer to them as Mr. or Sir. It makes them feel uncomfortable. The workplace culture in Canada is quite casual, but because it's casual doesn't mean that they don't respect themselves or all of that. Unlike in Nigeria, where I came from, where you'd refer to your boss as boss or Mr. or doctor or whatever like that. In here, at least I've worked in two places. Here, everybody refers to everybody as their first name. You call them by their first name. But of course, when you're sending when you're sending official letters, you would put their first and last name and all of that. So don't go. I've been in an interview that this Nigerian person that was interviewing for this role was like, no sir, no sir. I was like, God. And then our resume was so good, in your mind that Canadian workplace is different because it is more casual than what you're used to. So using sir, boss for the person that is interviewing you is super uncomfortable for them, and even for me that I'll be listening in on the interview. So yeah, that's Canadian workplace. Experiences are more valuable than what you studied in school. That is exactly opposite of what we are told in Nigeria. In Nigeria, what you study in school is like it can make or mar you, but here what you have experiences in can make you, even if you have the certifications of all the word, even if you have all these credentials and the certificates, if you don't have experiences, like they really like, I had the person I was my former workplace, the person I was reporting to, there was a time he told me, I asked him and he told me, like, if you see someone that has more experiences but doesn't have the educational background, like he was a recruiter, yeah, he would hire them over someone who has more credentials than experiences. So really, whatever you have experiences in, know that it's a gold mine for you here in Canada. And if you have if you have a new area or a new career that you want to start off with and you don't have experiences in it, that's why I usually advise people, like, if you can do volunteering work, because really the truth is, I can't say if it is difficult to get a job in Canada or it's not difficult, but the truth is it is not easy to get that your first job without any experience. If you can go on Google and search for volunteering jobs in IT or volunteer jobs in this and this, even if it's for 2-3 months that you're going to do that alongside, of course, applying for jobs in this area. Like, when they even hear, when an interviewer hears that, okay, I don't have experience in this, but I'm doing a volunteer job in this, and so I'm getting that, they are usually like really so, oh yeah, that's so cool, that's so nice. So like, if you can do like a volunteering job when you get here in that field that you want to go into, it's going to be a plus. And if you have not left Nigeria, you can start, trying to gain experiences in this particular field that you want to, go into. So experiences are like top important in getting a job and in also nailing your interviews in Canada. So make sure to represent your experiences over concentrating on your credentials. So that is next point is what you wear for this interview. Don't say because it's a video interview or it's online or it's over Zoom, you can just throw in one thing or the other. No, please look sharp for your interview. You necessarily do not have to wear a shirt or suit and all of that, because even their workplace is casual, like it's business casual. You can wear jeans and shirt to work, so they won't expect that you go and put on a suit, unless probably you are interviewing for the role of an executive. If you were, I don't think you'll be watching this video, because I mean, you're a boss already. So, but then what I'm trying to say in essence is look good, look sharp. Also, after your interview, always remember, even if it's over the phone or it's in person, always remember to send a thank you note. Yeah, that's right. Remember to always send a thank you note. When if for instance you did the interview over Zoom, after the interview, maybe an hour or so after, send a mail and thank you for meeting with me. Really looking forward to hearing from you and getting your feedback, blah 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 blah. All that good stuff is being polite. It's not like you're trying to kiss anybody's behind or whatever. Like, it's just is termed as being polite. Yeah, so send a thank you note. And if you're going in person, write the notes down before you leave, and before you even leave your home for the interview. So write it down. Thank you for meeting with me. I blah 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 blah. Just something that and then you can put a personal touch, maybe something that you talk about or something. Like, just the thank you note is actually very important. When you finish your interview, send a thank you mail or write a thank you note. When you are going in person, then drop it with a receptionist or whoever is minding the front desk or whatever. So that's that about that. Also, when your interview ends, the interviewer, most of the times, they would ask you, do you have any question for us? Always have 1 or 2 questions to ask your interviewers. Like, always have 1 or 2 questions. It can be anything, to be honest. And the truth is, like, just think about the role and think about what could be challenging, or what could be challenging for you, or what you don't understand about the company. And always just have those 2 questions, because it just makes them feel like you're engaged in the interview, and also like, oh, this person is smart and this person is thinking ahead. So you can ask questions like, oh, what does being in this role, what does the day-to-day activities look like, and what exactly or being, what would a person successful in this role, what would they look like to you? So you are using style to ask, or yeah, you're using style to ask the interviewer, like, what exactly are they looking for apart from what they wrote in their job description. I mean, always have questions for them, and questions related to what you are actually applying for. There are basic interview questions, and there are ways of answering them. When you are asked, oh, tell us about yourself, they don't want to know your age or your they don't want to know what is on your resume. It's not about you asking, I mean, it's not about you telling them, oh, my name is Tolu, I grew up in Nigeria, I blah 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 blah. They don't actually, they want to know what exactly is not in the resume. The same way you are asking them questions about the role, that is, and you are asking questions to know what exactly is not in their job description. They also want to know what it is that you've not written in your resume. Some of them may even go straight out, like, and ask you, okay, Tolu, is there something not in your resume that you would like for us to know? They'll ask you. They could. I got that question for my first interview. Not my first. It wasn't my first. It was like it was my second interview. But I ended up working with them anyway. So yeah, I got a question, like, I was asked, so Tolu, tell me something written, tell me something that I don't know that is not in your resume. So they could ask you that. So when they ask you, like, can you tell me about yourself, they don't want to know, oh, my name is Tolu, I am 20 years old, blah 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 blah. No, that's not the question. It could be how you started the career. When I get asked questions like that, I go like, okay, I started HR because blah 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 blah, and it's a career that I'm willing to, garner as much experiences as I can, and I really want to grow in this career path, because of so thing. I am super passionate about this, and I give my all to anything I do. So here I am applying to your company, and just something that they know that would not be on your, they just want to get a feel of your personality apart from your resume. So they always have questions like that, so be prepared to answer basic interview questions. Now, maybe my next video, maybe I don't know, maybe I would do a video on basic interview questions and how to answer them. So it is very imperative for you to know some questions, some illegal questions that an interviewer must not ask you. Number one, a company has no business asking you your marital status in an interview. When you get hired, they might want to know, filling new hire forms and all of that stuff. They might want to know, and you are filling your tax forms and all of that. I mean, it's all good when you're in the company, you've already been hired. But in an interview, an interviewer cannot ask you what your marital status is, what your age is, what if you have children, or you're planning to have children. All those questions are termed illegal questions. They are not supposed to ask you. If you end up being in an interview and you are asked these questions, there are certain ways to answer these questions without actually giving an answer to the questions. Also, that I cannot cover in this video. But yeah, there are ways you can answer them and not seem rude, or you giving them unnecessary answers or unnecessary details as to your personal life. So there are ways to answer them. I can't cover that in this video, but these are things that you should have in your mind. These are things that you should, I feel like, to be honest, I feel like interviews are so simple. Unless you are lying on your resume that you can do something that you cannot actually do. That is when the problem can come. That is when It's like being on a first date. It's like being on a first date and then you are being asked questions about yourself, and like, really, I just feel like interviews, but that is me. And I can't say because I feel like interviews are simple, other people won't have issues with it. If you have any more questions, I hope, because I feel like I'm rambling too much, I hope this video actually makes sense and you get one or two things out of it. Now let me say this again. I just started my HR career. The reason why I did this video is because I've been opportune to be in interviews, and I have seen the way my Nigerian sisters and brothers do in these interviews, and it's not so encouraging. It doesn't make the interviewers actually call them back, and that is why, and I want to help. That is why I am doing this video. I'm not doing this video because I feel like, or I see myself as an authority in HR, or I know everything about HR. I'm doing it because I feel like, okay, I know something small, and it can be like a break that someone needs. That is why I am doing this video. Don't say because Tolu said this is how it's going to work for me. So please hit me up with questions down below. Please let me know what questions you have, and if I can answer them, I will go right ahead and answer them. And also, if you are watching and you are an HR professional, or you've been working, share your experiences. How was your first job interview? What were the mistakes you made, and what are the things that you did better that got you your job? What are the things that new immigrants can actually do to land their first opportunity in Canada? Please, if you have answers to these questions, please don't hesitate to drop them below, and let someone actually be blessed from watching this video, from reading your comment as well. And my sincere prayer is that whoever is watching this and you're at a crossroad, God will open doors for you, and that opportunity that you actually need in this country, God would open the door of that opportunity for you, and God would direct your path and actually make being in Canada easy for you. My sincere wishes is that you get that next job. My sincere prayers for you is that you do well. Yeah, before I become Ihadra on this thing, just know that I'm really rooting for you, and you can actually get that job that will pave way for you in this country. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, share this content to others that you know that it would help. Don't forget, it's important, share this content to people you know that are going to benefit from this content. My husband is here and I don't want him to spoil my thank you so much. Yeah, so bye guys, see you in my next vlog. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. We have 25 subbies to 1,000. Please, I need to get monetized, guys. It's taking so long. Subscribe. Mwah, 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 mwah.